Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the next section is on uh, um, principles of on hypospadias. Before there's a lot, and I'm sure a lot more of you have seen hypospadias than you've seen the disorder of sexual differentiation. कोई specific चीज है, एक आध चीज that you feel that you need clarification on, ताकि if I time short होता है कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि वो चीज रह जाए और कुछ और. So if any of the participant thinks कोई any specific area in hypospadias that you really don't understand, अभी मुझे कह दें ताकि फिर मैं उसके हिसाब से फिर करूं.
So I think the treatment options, I mean, if
Okay,
you
you mean
elaborate on, yeah, and
the
if you
surgical,
elaborate on, yeah, the surgical
the
options.
surgical aspect? Okay, I'll do
Yes.
that. I'll try and explain to you. All right, so let's start with hypospadias. The timing of the surgery. Usually जो milestones of development है ना, they should be followed up, and you need to follow the timing of the surgery according to the milestones of the development of the child. At what age and what size and how is he growing. Then it depends upon the size of the penis, and there obviously these children are not just children, they are human beings, and they respond to surgery. And how do they do that? The risk to the anesthesia and the toilet training, all of these are important factors when you're looking at the timing of hypospadias surgery. Uh, Usually around 18 months is when the child is quite well aware about his genitalia, and his toilet training has started. In Pakistan mein to jaldi ho jati hai, and around 18 to 20 months when toilet training is happening. So the most suitable age for operation for hypospadias is between 6 and 18 months. And now the American Academy of Pediatrics suggests the most suitable age to be between 6 months and 12 months, so less than a year old. I think the at terrible twos is perfectly right, because around 2 years to 3 years of age, they are the most difficult to handle. वहाँ पे उनको बहुत problem होती है, they're confused, they don't know what happened. So if the child has not had hypospadias repair earlier, then wait till they're about 3 or 4 years of age. It is much easier because they can be managed much better. However, circumstances may be different, and myself, I've operated on them at 2 as well, at 1.5 or whatever that happens. But ideally, if you had the option, this would be better done before 1 year of age or after 3.5 years of age. So the mean age of presentation, Pakistan with the mean age of presentation, depending upon how you're linked with neonatology and with somebody picking it up early and the pediatricians. So you can either see it early, or as urologists, as most of you are, you would see it at a much later age in there. So in the developing worlds, it's often usually picked up late because it's not considered as important whether it is. And again, a large number of them, because they can't afford it, that's why they end up in sort of they come in very late. When you are assessing a child for hypospadias repair, the obviously medical checkup of the child is important, but important to establish a sort of a relationship with the parents regarding what you're expecting them, what they're expecting from you, and what you're expecting from them, and what is the best way. Hypospadia surgery वो ना करे जिसको complication से डर लगता हो, because hypospadia surgery without complication does not happen. It has an inherent percentage, a significant percentage, up to 10% of complications inbuilt in that problem problem of the hypospadias. इसमें complications होती हैं. So if you find, and if you have not had an understanding with the parents, it can become pretty difficult, sometimes pretty unpleasant as well. You need to explain to them what is the goal of the surgery, how you're planning it, and why you're planning everything, and we'll talk about it, how you decide कि किस चीज को कैसे किया जाए. And I think it's more important to understand कि किस case में what is the principle that you're going to apply, rather than the detailed steps of it. उसको अगर समझ लें तो it will be a plus point today. And sometimes the modifications that you need to do during surgery, if you've understood them beforehand, if you know what the complications and the possible treatments could be, how long it's going to be in there, the child is going to be in hospital, you need to counsel the parent about all of these things. ये anxious parents होते हैं, बच्चे इनके छोटे होते हैं, 10 चीजें उन्होंने सुनी हुई होती हैं और इनको 50 किस्म की एडवाइस मिल चुकी होती है. So they need to be patiently explained what the problem is, what you're expecting out of the result, how it's going to go about it. It's very important that you spend some time on it. Whenever you're about to, embark on surgery, make sure that your area, as like always, बच्चों में diaper rash is common. So if you have diaper rash, wait till it goes away. Otherwise, आपके results में बहुत सारी problem होगी, बच्चे को बहुत irritation होगी और आपको भी बहुत problem होगी. Preoperatively, and this is important, अगर इस पूरे hypospadias में से ये चीज आपको याद रह जाए तो आपको एग्जाम में आसानी होगी. Whenever there is a patient with hypospadias, there should be a planned method of assessing that problem, because it will help you design your treatment. Look at the size of the penis, if you can measure it ideally. Look at the shape and the size of the glands, because जो glands छोटे होते हैं, conical होते हैं, उसमें deep furrow नहीं होती, ये मतलब glandular ridge नहीं होती, flat होते हैं, abnormal होते हैं, उन सब के results और उनकी जो type of surgery that you're going to use are going to be different. So describing a hypospadia, start with this, with an approximate size of the penis, the shape of the glands. Look at where the meatus is, whether it is subcoronal, mid shaft, penis, whatever it is, and also the size of the meatus. Is it a very narrow looking meatus or is it a normal looking meatus for that size of penis, that size of the child? Look at the urethral plate. For if anybody who doesn't know what a urethral plate is, तो जो hypospadias में the urethra, डॉक्टर साजिद अली, अगर आप अपना इसका बंद कर लें प्लीज डॉक्टर साजिद, थैंक यू. तो यूरिथ्रल प्लेट जो है, जो वो होती है, जो यूरिथ्रा का एक वॉल जो रह जाती है, दूसरी नहीं बनी होती है, दैट इज द यूरिथ्रल प्लेट. बट व्हेन यू लुक एट इट, डिस्क्राइब whether it is wide or narrow, it is long or is it scarred or is it broad, whatever it is, उसको describe करें. Look at the penis from the front and from the side. अभी बगैर इरेक्शन के है, nearly always you can tell कि इसमें कॉर्डी है या नहीं है. Look at foreskin के dorsal hood of foreskin available है कि नहीं है, partial है, complete है, scarred है, क्या है. Look at the shape of the scrotum कि वो bifid है, दो अलग अलग हिस्सों में है, single है, छोटा है, बड़ा है, well developed है, empty है, क्या है. और ये कि testis hernia या कोई ऐसी चीज, testis दोनों है नहीं है, और या hernia है या whatever. So this is a very important thing in describing hypospadias: size of the penis, approximate shape and size of the glands, location of the meatus, size of the meatus, then the urethral plate, the chordae, the chordae, the presence of foreskin, and the scrotum and the testes. So these are all important. जब आपके पास short case में या long case में hypospadias आएगा, you are expected to tell us about all of these findings, because your management is going to depend upon it. I will not go much in detail of classification. I know every one of you know it कि ये जिस तरह से होते हैं, मगर the common ones are anterior होते हैं, जिसमें glandular और mid shaft होते हैं, और posteriorly luckily 20% and less होते हैं, जिसमें penoscrotal वो होते हैं, which is about 20% or less. When you're making a decision, this is the question that you asked me earlier, okay, when you're making a decision about what surgery you're going to do, your assessment will depend on the type of hypospadias, your chordae, urethral plate, previous surgery, and foreskin. Again, I'm repeating myself, जो मैंने पहले कहा था, इसी पे आपका decision होगा कि आप क्या surgery इसके लिए कर सकते हैं, what will be the best for this person. Just briefly, hormonal stimulation, ये काफी controversial है. Some people use it and some people don't use it. The local testosterone cream छोटे बच्चों में use की गई है twice a day for 5 weeks. Whether it works or not, some people have used injections, and whether it works, it does work. It does give them a slightly bigger testis. Should it be used or not is a question. For very small penises, sometimes it is useful. Anesthesia, always general anesthesia. You cannot do it in any other way. With a caudal or a caudal anesthesia works absolutely wonderfully well. Pain free होते हैं बच्चे for a much longer time. And penile block भी लगा सकते हैं, मगर penile block में usually कभी कभी edema हो जाता है और आपको थोड़ी problem हो सकता है. In the surgical side of it, the suture material, बहुत सारे लोग Vicryl इस्तेमाल करते हैं, but monofilament is always better because जो spores, जो multifilaments होते हैं उसमें spores भी आ जाते हैं. It takes on other tissue and it doesn't give you a very clean, the suture that you have, the stitch or whatever you have done. So people have even tried subcuticular stitching, and they found that the fistula rate was much less as compared to through and through, full thickness of it. People have used loops to look closely at it ताकि आपका जो है approximation अच्छी तरह से हो जाए. And the suture material, well, in my hands I find that the PDS is the best because it's a monofilament. It runs very well. It stays long enough. It is dissolvable. It disappears, and much easier to use. The general principle of anything, and certainly in hypospadias surgery, is that you have to be careful with tissue handling. जितना minimal tissue handling using forceps and artery forceps stuff करेंगे उतना बेहतर रहेगा, because everything is small, vascularity is already low. So use hooks, use stay sutures or microsurgical instruments. Dissect in the proper planes. I think that's something which you have to do for any type of surgery. And use as little diathermy as possible. कोई bleeder है उसको pinpoint cautery करें, bipolar use करें. I often use monopolar, but with less and less of cautery as possible. Your repair has to be tension free. अगर आपकी repair tension में होगी, ischemic हो जाएगी, खराब हो जाएगा. अगर उसमें gaps छोड़ देंगे तो उसमें problem हो जाएगा. और you have to make sure कि जो है जितनी layers में करेंगे उतना अच्छा है. और इसमें भी try to avoid a suture line over another suture line. पता चला कि you have closed the urethra, there's one beach में midline में एक urethra में आपकी suture line चल रही है, उसके ऊपर से आपने skin को close किया, वो भी उसी के ऊपर exactly वही है, और या whatever. So वो फिर एक दूसरे से चिपक जाते हैं, and then fistula formation is much more. अगर वो slightly off है, एक suture line, let's say जरा से the lateral है, एक right side पे, left side पे थोड़ा सा भी off है, exact on top of each other नहीं है, तो you get better results and less of fistula formation is there. And obviously, if the epithelium is everted, you'll have problems. So keep your epithelium inverted. What about urinary diversion? There is no role of urinary diversion. आजकल के ज़माने में hypospadias surgery करने वाला बहुत rare ऐसा होगा कि कोई suprapubic diversion करेगा, and there's hardly any role of it. In fact, a lot of people are now even going to the extent of doing hypospadias surgery with removing the stent or any tube right at the end of the procedure and just letting the child home on voiding on their own, especially the distal hypospadias ones. And stented or unstented में surgery करने में there is a difference, because the stented ones में complications definitely कम होती हैं. Even those who have had the tube removed at the end of the procedure, they are still considered as stented because they were used at that time. But there is controversy in it कि करें. In my own feeling, and I use a feeding tube because that's fine. I don't use Foley's in children because Foley's का जो balloon होता है, when it is blown up and when you deflate it, the total उसका जो size होता है उसका tube का वो बढ़ जाता है, and you are in danger of pulling a slightly bigger size tube through your anastomosis when you're pulling the balloon, an empty balloon out. So use a feeding tube, it works very well. Besides, in the adolescent age group and even slightly older ones, जो Foley's catheters, even silicone भी डालें, कुछ भी डालें, smegma और उसके चारों तरफ urethra में से कोई ना कोई urethral वो discharges होते रहते हैं, and they cause a lot of problem incrustation around the Foley's catheter. Pressure dressing is very controversial. Interestingly, in hypospadias में किस किस्म की dressing use हो, ये बहुत सारे लोग बहुत सारे तरीके से करते हैं. Simple dressing हो, उस पे pressure applied हो ताकि वो बहुत ज़्यादा टाइट भी ना हो, बहुत ज़्यादा लूज भी ना हो, और ब्लड सप्लाई को कॉम्प्रोमाइज भी ना करे, एंड इट शुड नॉट लीड टू इतना टाइट हो जाए कि टिश्यू नेक्रोसिस हो जाए और प्रेशर सोर्स हो जाए। मगर अगर बहुत लूज होगी तो हीमोटोमा होगा, बहुत टाइट होगी तो प्रॉब्लम होगी और कॉम्प्लिकेशंस बढ़ेंगे। यू हैव टू स्टिल अप्लाई रीजनेबल साइज प्रेशर ऑफ ड्रेसिंग ऑन इट। व्हाट डू आई यूज? आई यूज वेरी सिंपल ड्रेसिंग। ये प्लीज इस पे लाइन ना लगे, थैंक यू। उस पे जस्ट यूज जो भी आप कहते हैं, जेलिनेट, सॉफ्रेट्यूल, व्हाटएवर इज कॉल्ड इन योर हॉस्पिटल, just around the penis, roll it around with the gauze piece and cotton bandage, which is fairly, reasonably put around it, and then an elastoplast like a daisy dressing over it to keep the tube and everything in place without keep making it too tight. And you can take it all off in one go without any problem. बहुत सारी specialized dressings आती हैं which are made into a liquid poured over the penis. They become foam like things, and then you can take it. They are very expensive. For a very simple job, they are very expensive, but however, if you have access to them, you want to use them, I can't stop you from it. Now, coming to the surgery, the goal of surgery in hypospadias is to create a straight penis. If you have created a bent penis, which was straight, you're in trouble. If you have created a penis which is looking in one direction, you are in trouble. So it should be straight. The meatus should be as slit-like as possible, but उस slit like meatus बनाने में don't make it too tight, because the most common complication of hypospadias is a fistula formation, which is because of distal narrowing or tightness, and proximally fistula banta hai, urine comes out of your anastomotic line. So straight penis with a slit like meatus, but reasonably open slit like meatus at the tip of the penis, and you create the urethra of adequate length and uniform caliber. ये ना हो कि आगे से टाइट है, पीछे से मोटा है, एक उसमें फ्यूजिफॉर्म बन जाएगा, या अगर उसमें एक you can even create large cavities in it, and that could be a problem. The symmetry of the glands is important, that when you are putting the parts of the glands together, the corona की line एक line में होनी चाहिए, ये नहीं कि ऊपर नीचे हो. All of these things matter, and बिल्कुल होना चाहिए, and then it should be in a way that the urine comes out as a projectile stream and not downwards or on any side of it. And of course, erection should become normal and the parent should become happy at the end of your surgery. So when you're planning the surgery, and this is a repetition, and it's very, very important that you look at the type of hypospadias, the amount and the severity of chordae curvature, how well or bad the urethral plate is there, previous surgery hui bhi hai, and what available material do you have in terms of foreskin, penile skin, or whatever you have. So that would help you. So once you've defined your anatomy, then you choose the technique for the anatomy. If the glands, look at the glands, is it small or normal, flat or conical, and look at the glands and look at it, and I'm talking about this sulcus, if it is nice and deep, or is it shallow and it is broad, or what is happening, previous surgery hui hai, scarred hai कि nahi hai. Once you have determined that, then you look at chordae, and usually सबसे ज़्यादा कॉमन जो प्रॉब्लम होती है वो स्किन टेदर्ड कॉर्डरिंग होती है. जो ग्लैंड होता है वो स्लाइटली टिल्टेड होता है, जैसे फोर स्किन रिलीज होती है वो स्ट्रेट हो जाता है. When the shaft is bent, then there's a true chordae present, and you need to look at, okay, is this because of the skin, or is it
Monsieur?
the
Abdullah Karim Hamakan?
can you please close your mic, Niga Aras? Thank you. So the corpus spongiosum, sometimes it is fibrotic, and that is what is causing the problem. And when you look at the urethral plate, you will see it like a hard fibrous tissue which is pulling the penis bend. यहाँ पे fibrous tissue जो उसका urethral plate होगी is causing the chordae. And very rarely ऐसा होता है कि corpora right और left में फर्क होता है और disproportionate होते हैं. You often don't come across that. The common thing is skin की वजह से tethering हुई होगी, या fibrous tissue की वजह से हुई होगी. ये जो on in the picture you see जो है ना glands tilt because there is actually some इस जगह पे where my arrow is pointing, there is a the urethral plate is causing that tilt over there. If the tilt is as much as in this particular case or less than this, it may not need to be corrected. Anything more than 10 to 15 degrees, yes, it needs to be corrected. Or a very fibrous urethral plate, जैसे जैसे penile growth होगी वो caudy बढ़ जाएगी, so that needs to be corrected as well. So coming to the urethral plate, the question is whether you should preserve the urethral plate or you should sacrifice the urethral plate. If you have a normal broad urethral plate which is not causing any caudy like this one, preserve it. If you have something like this one where it has made the penis completely bent and it's hardly there, then it is of no use to you. And even though in this one there is a good urethral plate to look at, but it is causing the penis not to straighten at all, and again it should be sacrificed rather than preserved. Where you can preserve it, do not sacrifice it. Where it is giving you trouble in terms especially of caudy, or it is so thin that you can't do anything with it, then best is to sacrifice it and use skin over there for a stage 2 procedure. Now, we'll start with some simple techniques of the surgery in hypospadias. And if the hypospadias is a subcoronal, granular ko aisa ko zyada nahi hai, granular ko you can leave it as well, do a meatoplasty or a magpie. But if it is the subcoronial, you can do either a magpie operation, a Matthew operation. And एक ज़माने में urethral advancement जो Turner Warwick ने describe किया था, you could do that as well. How do you do the magpie operation? Magpie is actually stands for meatal advancement and granuloplasty. So इस patient में the opening is here and there's a nice sulcus over here, and there's only a little bit of tissue in between this and that. One can just snip it and make it a large meatus, or do a magpie. Magpie में ये करते हैं कि if this is your meatus, and then between here and where you want the meatus to actually lie, you make a vertical incision in the glans, a thick deep cut in there. And जैसे बच्चों में pyloric stenosis की Hamstead pyroplasty करते हैं, vertical cut करके horizontal pull करके उसको stitch कर देते हैं, इसी तरह that's what you do. You make a vertical incision, pull it on the sides, and your meatus advances further up, and you close it over here like this, and even put few touches in the over here in the glans to do that. I don't like this operation. It gives you a very abnormal looking meatus and often retracts, and it is excellent in the first few days of the surgery, or right when you take the tube and the dressing off. Wait till you see after a few weeks, it doesn't look well at all. I think it's not some operation which I would prefer to do, but there are many people who do it, so I will not argue in detail in that. This is the operation that I do very frequently. It's called the Matthew, named after a French surgeon, a plastic surgeon, I think, or a pediatric surgeon, Matthew, and it is also called the flip flop. What we do here is, and I'll try and show you in a paper model I've tried to make, is if this is the meatus, you make your incisions like this, going down on this side, and another deep incision going down on this side. This is in the skin. Then you join them on this side, और ये सारी जो skin है, you raise it off the urethra. Like here, it has been raised off the urethra, or you flip it back on over here, and यहाँ लाके यहाँ side से stitch कर देते हैं, और ये meatus बन जाता है और glands को कर देते हैं. Just bear with me just for 1 second, and let me try and show you कि and somebody can tell me कि उनकी समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा. So this is a नजर आ रहा है ये सबको? Can somebody turn on the mic and let me know you can see this?
Yes, sir, we can see this.
So I've drawn a penis here, and this is a meatus in here, और ये जो dotted lines over here हैं are where the incisions are. Now let me show you कि ये होता क्या है, क्योंकि often ये लोगों को confuse करता है. So this is another of the same, where I've actually made a little hole in the as a meatus. So consider my pencil here as a feeding tube, which I've now introduced into the meatus of this child who I'm going to do a Matthew repair. I would make this incision here, this one here. I would make this incision here and go all the way down up till here. Okay? And disconnect this here and then raise it up as a flap and bring it over here. As you can see, ये meatus था. So this ये meatus था जहाँ से ये actually sorry इस pencil को यहाँ नहीं इसको यहाँ होना चाहिए. ये is gone down into the urethra and ये meatus था and this flap has come up over here and I will stitch it on this side, and I will stitch it on this side. So there is now a new tube with an opening here. ये feeding tube समझ लें इसको, coming off the new meatus. It is stitched all along here and it is stitched all along here. यहाँ से ये already joint है. Then we will use the glands to come in front of it. So the glands are nicely placed. As you can see on the screen, कि ये वो flap है जो मैंने आपको अभी दिखाया, which has gone back on itself. If there was a feeding tube, जहाँ मेरा arrow है, यहाँ से enter हो रही होती, इस flap के पीछे से जाती हुई normal urethra में जा रही होती. So we stitch it on this side and we stitch it on this side and then we bring our glands across like this और skin को foreskin को circumcision करके इसके साथ join कर देते हैं. This is often difficult for people to understand कि ये flip flop या Matthew कैसे करते हैं. If somebody wants to ask me any question on this surgical procedure, अभी मुझसे कोई डिटेल में नहीं मगर जो स्टेप्स बताएं अगर कुछ पूछना है तो प्लीज मुझसे पूछ लें ताकि I can then move on to the next procedure. Alright, so that's good. So the meatal या पूछे कौन पूछ रहा है कोई पूछ रहा है नहीं. So the meatal जी पूछे
Sir, do you incise the urethral plate? जब
No,
आप,
no. This is not TIP. This is not or snot grass. This is Matthew. Matthew में important चीज ये है कि आपका urethral plate broad or reasonably broad होनी चाहिए. If you have a narrow urethral plate, you will not be able to do it. If you have a scarred urethral plate, you will not be able to do it. Or if you have no urethral plate, then जो भी पीछे है उसको आप use कर रहे हैं. So इसमें आपकी urethral plate reasonably good size है and all you have done is use the skin. अगर आपने उसको incise की तो फिर आपको ये flap ले जाने की जरूरत नहीं है and I'll show you क्यों नहीं है क्योंकि फिर आप you don't want any ideally you do not want to bring any foreign tissue in your urethra. Ideally you want कि urethra से ही urethra बने. Here you are bringing skin as a flap over here and you're only doing it if you're not incising the urethral plate. Okay? So that's what you do over here.
thank you, sir.
Sir,
Let's move on.
Sir.
जी पूछे.
sir, circumcision incision after glans plasty होगा या पहले
Yes.
हम देंगे?
I tend to do आपकी मर्जी है. मैं तो ये करता हूँ कि मैं urethral plate mobilize वो sorry urethral plate hypospeed इसका मैथ्यू का flap ऊपर ले जाके उसको ट्यूबल करके ग्लैन्युलोप्लास्टी करके even skin को close करके और जो excess skin होती है उसमें circumcision की उसको just go around it, cut it, diathermize the एक दो vessels होते हैं और उसको circumcision के स्टिच लगा दो. किसी तरह भी करें, that's your choice. एक मेरी टिप है आपको वो ये है कि इसमें जो हुआ है अगर आप देखें कि ये इंसिजन यूं भी आ रहा है, ये इंसिजन यूं भी आ रहा है और सर्कमसिजन का इंसिजन ये नजर आ रहा है आपको यहाँ से जा रहा है. तो इस पॉइंट पर एक टी बन रहा है, ये भी है और ये भी है. मैं जिस तरह से करता हूँ आई वुड नॉट मेक दिस सर्कमसिजन इंसिजन एट दिस स्टेज. आई वुड कंप्लीट दिस ऑल टुगेदर लाइक दिस और फिर सर्कमसिजन करूंगा तो यहाँ पे 1-2 मिलीमीटर ऑफ स्किन इंटैक्ट रह जाती है. तो उससे एक लाइन ऑफ सूचर्स का टी नहीं बनता जैसे इसमें बनेगा कि यूं भी बन रहा है और यूं भी बन रहा है. इन माय प्रोसीजर आई डू द प्रोसीजर यहाँ पे 2-3 मिलीमीटर ऑफ नेटिव स्किन रह जाती है तो ये क्रॉस नहीं हो रहा होता. उससे इस पॉइंट पे फिस्टुला बनने के चांसेस कम हो जाते हैं. बट दिस इज जस्ट समथिंग दैट आई डू. And if you want to follow it, it's perfectly fine. It's much easier to do. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So let's move on to जी पूछे.
Sir, I have a question.
Last question on Matthew. Last question on Matthew.
Okay, sir.
बोले
Sir,
पूछे.
you said that you do Matthew for white plate. What about TS Duplay? We also do that for
So
white
if you
plates.
no, hold on. Hold on. I will not allow questions out of context. मैथ्यू पे जो सवाल पूछते हैं अब आपने पूछ लिया बिकॉज अभी आएगा डुप्ले भी आपके सामने लिखा हुआ है डुप्ले भी आएगा ऑनले भी आएगा सो प्लीज ताकि अगर किसी को जो मैंने प्रोसीजर बताया था उसमें प्रॉब्लम हो then so let's move on to the other thing so depending on the urethral plate अगर आपकी urethral plate बहुत अच्छी और broad है very nice healthy urethral plate then the best thing to do it कि उसको दोनों साइड से इंसिजन करके थोड़ा अंडरमाइन करें और ट्यूबुलराइज कर लें विदाउट एन इंसिजन अगर आपको बहुत आराम से फीडिंग ट्यूब पे कैथेटर जो भी आप यूज कर रहे हैं ये वो ट्यूबुलराइज हो रहा है तो दिस प्रोसीजर इज कॉल्ड ए डुप्ले इसमें साइडों से उसको थोड़ा सा अंडरमाइन करते हैं फ्री करते हैं यूरिथ्रल प्लेट को और उसको आराम से क्लोज कर देते हैं टू एजेस वन ऑन टू द अदर दैट्स वेरी वेरी सिंपल उसमें कोई वो चीज नहीं इट कैन ओनली हैपन इफ यू हैव अ ब्रॉड नाइस यूरिथ्रल प्लेट दूसरा अगर आपके पास यूरिथ्रल प्लेट नैरो है एंड यू फाइंड that you cannot bring the two sides together then you incise the urethral plate and that is the common operation which is now very frequently done which is called the Snodgrass after its inventor Warren Snodgrass or transverse or incise urethral plate that TIP bhi kehte hain Snodgrass bhi kehte hain which is actually incising the urethral plate ducket is another procedure that you can use if you are still keeping the urethral plate because it can be kept अगर वो थोड़ी narrow हो जैसी भी हो मगर आपने उसको remove नहीं किया है so in ducket what you do is you do an onlay ऐसे करते हैं कि जैसे मैंने आपको अभी ये दिखाया कि ये मैथ्यू में मैंने आपको दिखाया कि करीब लाके दिखाता हूँ फ्लैप लाके यूं दिखाया ना इसमें फ्लैप जो होता है वो फ्री होता है उसको वैस्कुलराइज जरूर होता है मगर वो मिएटस पे चिपका हुआ नहीं होता है सो इफ आई हैव इफ लेट्स से मैंने उसकी फोर स्किन से एक म्यूकोजा का फ्लैप लिया विद ब्लड सप्लाई अटैच टू इट नाउ दिस इज a part of the flap I would bring it on top of here and stitch it here and here this is called an onlay so आप ओरिजिनल यूरिथ्रल प्लेट को मेंटेन कर रहे हैं और उसके ऊपर एक और लाके फ्लैप रख रहे हैं जो हो सकता है अपनी ब्लड वेसल्स नियरली ऑलवेज अपनी वैस्कुलरिटी के साथ आ रहा है मगर इट इज नॉट मिएटस बेस्ड जैसे मैथ्यू में था so this is an onlay jo and so going back to the Snodgrass let me show you a type of a I don't know whether ये मैं explain कर सकूंगा अच्छा या नहीं मगर let's say this is the hypospadias and this is the meatus ठीक है सबको नजर आ रहा है ये shaded part जो है is a reasonable urethral plate but it is not very broad so in a Snodgrass or TIP what you do is ये dotted line जो नजर आ रही है your incision is going to come like this circumventing the meatus and go up like this so what you will have is another crude effort at making this into a sort of a thing what you will have is something like this if this is the feeding tube you will have your incision coming round the meatus over here and going up here and now as you can see I'm trying to bring the sides together they are not coming they are too the urethral plate is narrow मेरी ट्यूब मोटी है इस केस में मगर the urethral plate is narrow इसलिए नहीं आ रहा so what will I do I will make a incision in this urethral plate I'll just drawing it for you you can see this black line I would make an incision deep enough going up to the corpora over here so ये एक part हो जाएगा और इस side का अलग हो जाएगा they will sort of separate like that two plates हो जाएंगी then it is easy to bring it across and bring it on top of this where am I like this then it is easy to bring it across and bring it on top of this. ये वाली साइड यहाँ से आ जाएगी, ये वाली साइड यहाँ से आ जाएगी, पीछे से थोड़ा सा रॉ एरिया रह जाएगा, वो खुद हील हो जाता है. So this is snot grass, this is the incised urethral plate, and obviously you have to cover all of this. तो जो सब डार्टोस टिश्यू होता है या जो भी होता है उसको इसको सेकंड लेयर से and I'll talk about it, कवर करना जरूरी है. एक टर्म कभी कभी यूज होता है स्नॉट ग्राफ्ट. स्नॉट ग्राफ्ट ये होता है कि अगर आपने ये इंसिजन दिया और यहाँ पे अब एक नाइस एंड क्लीन इंसिजन हो गया, इफ यू वर टू टेक दी स्लाइटली अपार्ट, बीच में एक जगह हो जाएगी, उस जगह में अगर आप एक फ्री ग्राफ्ट ला के स्टिच कर दें तो वो रॉ एरिया कवर हो जाएगा, आपकी जो प्लेट्स हैं वो थोड़ी दूर हो जाएंगी. इट विल एक्ट लाइक अ स्नॉट ग्रास TIP, but there's no more raw area and it still rotates nice and easy. So this is using the urethral plate either as a duple or as an onlay or an incised urethral plate. इन तीनों सर्जिकल प्रोसीजर्स के बारे में किसी को टेक्निक, इन तीनों के टेक्निक के बारे में कुछ पूछना है तो प्लीज गो अहेड एंड आस्क मी.
Sir,
So just sir, kindly just let me clarify that Matthew procedure that you were telling us, that was onlay, right?
No, onlay में कोई भी पार्ट स्किन का कनेक्टेड टू द यूरिथ्रा नहीं होगा.
Right.
मैथ्यू में आपने नीचे से स्किन निकाल के इसको यहाँ पे कनेक्टेड है, जहाँ से मीटर्स गुजर रहा है ना, वहां पे कनेक्टेड, फ्लिप फ्लैप. ऑनले में इट विल बी फ्री, आपके हाथ में होगी, नॉट, मगर जाहिर है उसकी ब्लड वेसल्स भी होगी, वो आप फोर स्किन से लाते हैं, तो वो आप ला के इस पे रखेंगे तो इंसिजन, आपकी स्टिचिंग यहाँ पे भी होगी, यहाँ पे भी होगी और यहाँ पे भी होगी. मैथ्यू में यहाँ पे नहीं होगी. सो मैथ्यू इज ए meatus based flap and onlay is a vascularized flap as an onlay. All right?
Right, sir.
और डुप्ले में कोई भी नहीं है, उसी को ट्यूब कर दिया,
ट्यूब लगाइज कर दिया. ठीक है
सर. टिप में जो इंसिशन की डेप्थ होगी वो कहाँ तक होगी? कुछ
वो कॉर्पोरा तक करेंगे आप. यूरिथ्रल प्लेट को इंसाइज कर, दैट्स व्हाई इट्स कॉल्ड इंसाइज यूरिथ्रल प्लेट. तो आप उसको जेंटली करेंगे तो आपको कॉर्पोरा नजर आएगा. अगर आप ज्यादा डीप करेंगे तो ब्लीडिंग बहुत ज्यादा होगी, क्योंकि कॉर्पोरा ब्लीड करता है. तो कॉर्पोरा पे अच्छी खासी लेयर होती है, कवरिंग होती है. ट्राई नॉट टू ब्रीच इट. हो गई तो हो गई, कोई ऐसी बड़ी बात नहीं है. आप लोग सब एज एडल्ट यूरोलॉजिस्ट, जो एडल्ट यूरोलॉजिस्ट है, ऑप्टिकल इंटरनल यूरेथ्रोटोमी करते हैं. So the part that you cut when you're doing a simple stricture or when you're dilating the urethra for TURP से पहले अगर करना पड़े, क्योंकि स्कोप नहीं जा रहा आपका अंदर, तो जितना आप उसके लिए कट करते हैं तकरीबन उतने.
ठीक है, थैंक यू.
Okay, so this is the snot grass TIP is the most common procedure now done for mid shaft and even for proximal ones. बोले
सर जो डकेट में हम लेते हैं वो हम सिर्फ डार्टूस का लेते हैं या डार्टूस प्लस स्किन दोनों हम लेते हैं फोर स्किन की?
देखिए नहीं, आप स्किन का लेते हैं. डार्टोस सिर्फ डार्टोस अगर आप लगाएंगे तो यूरिथ्रा नहीं बनेगा. उसमें आपको किसी किस्म की स्क्वेमस एपिथेलियम चाहिए, या तो बकल ग्राफ्ट हो या फिर आपका स्किन हो. तो ऑब्वियसली हम इस स्किन की बात कर रहे हैं. जो आप अगर सब डार्टोस टिश्यू लगा देंगे तो वो तो फाइब्रस, वो तो कनेक्टिव टिश्यू जैसा होता है, उससे नहीं बनेगा यूरिथ्रा. वो हर रिपेयर के बाद लगाते हैं ताकि वाटर प्रूफिंग हो जाए. ठीक है. एक कोई और, somebody wanted to ask a question?
Sir, can I ask sir?
जी
सर, जैसे सर TIP में जैसे बताया कि वो जब आप उसको ट्यूबलाइज करेंगे तो जो उसकी सुचर लाइन होगी वो मिड लाइन में आएगी और उसको कवर करना जरूरी है विद एनी फ्लैप. सो मैथ्यू में जैसे पैरेलल 2 लाइंस आ रही हैं थोड़ा सा मिड लाइन से लैटरल लाइन, क्या उन्हें भी हम कवर करेंगे फ्लैप से या नहीं?
देखिए मैथ्यू जो है वो आप यूजली काफी डिस्टल हाइपोस्पेडियस के लिए ही यूज कर सकते हैं. उसकी वजह ये है, एंड आई शो यू हियर, कि अगर आपका मेटस यहाँ पर है और आप स्किन नीचे की इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं तो आप तकरीबन स्क्रोटम में पहुंच जाएंगे. और स्क्रोटम में हेयर होता है, तो उसको आप अपना वीडियो बंद कर लें. स्क्रोटम में हेयर होता है वो आपको प्रॉब्लम करता है, ठीक है। सो यूजली इट इज ऑफन टू देम। अगर आपके पास जो ग्लैंड से कवर हो जाए उसको यूजली नहीं करना पड़ता, उस पार्ट को ऑफ द यूरिथ्रा को करना नहीं पड़ता, मगर अगर थोड़ा नीचे है और आपके पास सबडार्टोस टिश्यू है तो आप इसको जरूर कवर करें। इसमें एडवांटेज ये जरूर है कि इसमें मिड लाइन में आपकी सूचर लाइन नहीं है, लैटरली है, काफी लैटरली है, और आपकी स्किन मिड लाइन में होती है तो सूचर और सूचर नहीं है, दैट इज एन एडवांटेज। ओके, कैन वी मूव ऑन?
थैंक यू सर।
और अगर कोई सवाल होगा तो एंड में फिर मैं जवाब दे दूंगा। कैन वी मूव ऑन? अभी मुझे 2-3 चीजें और दिखानी है। सो अगर व्हेन डू यू डू अ स्टेज्ड प्रोसीजर? When you do a staged procedure when there is very severe CORDY, because until you have corrected the CORDY, you will not be able to do the hypospadias repair. So the first stage needs to be CORDY correction. you do a staged procedure when your urethral plate is either absent, sacrificed, or it is very, very poor. And you may find कि अब आपको उस एरिया को आप यूज कैसे कर सकते हैं, ना आप वो इंसाइज कर सकते हैं फॉर स्नॉट ग्रास, ना आप उसको किसी और तरीके से यूज कर सकते हैं। तो यू हैव टू नाउ क्रिएट यूरिथ्रल प्लेट टाइप एरिया, you know, the wall of the urethra, you have to create it. So you stage it, and in that part which is now which you have cleaned up for the CORDY tissue, or it was absent and whatever you have done, you then put in either preferably सबसे पहला चॉइस आपकी होती है perpetual skin लगाएं, ताकि वो उस जगह पे it takes on that place, and then after few months, not few weeks, but after few months when it is taken well, you can tubularize it like a duple, जैसे ड्यूप्ले में करते हैं उसको आराम से ट्यूबलाइज कर सकते हैं। बकल ग्राफ्ट लगा सकते हैं इन स्टेज 1, मगर बकल ग्राफ्ट की प्रॉब्लम ये होती है कि वो श्रिवल होके ड्राई हो जाता है। सो यू नीड टू कीप इट वेट ऑल अलोंग द टाइम, एंड इट इज अ मेजर प्रॉब्लम टू यूज बकल ग्राफ्ट एज स्टेज 1। बकल ग्राफ्ट लगा के अगर क्लोज कर दें, ऊपर से कवर हो जाए, जो भी आपने प्रोसीजर किया हो, फिर ठीक रहता है। अगर वो एक्सपोज टू एयर हो जाए तो बिल्कुल श्रिवल होके 50% से भी कम साइज में रह जाता है, एंड देन यू आर स्क्रैचिंग योर हेड कि अब इसका मैं करूं क्या। ये जो स्टेज प्रोसीजर है ये ब्रैका की डिस्क्रिप्शन है, सो दैट इज व्हाई इट्स कॉल्ड ब्रैका, हु इज अ प्लास्टिक सर्जन इन माल्टा, and this is his invention, and he does it so many times and so well. So stage procedure is BRCA stage 1 and BRCA stage 2, where you in the stage 2 you tubularize that part that you have made the stage 1, or you can use the buccal mucosal graft as an onlay. Now just briefly looking at things, if you have a hypospadias without CORDY, okay, now it is important, that is why meatus की position, urethral plate का nature, उसका width, उसका size, CORDY है या नहीं है, force की सारी जो चीजें मैंने बताई थी, ये सारी आपकी decision making में important है। So if you have a hypospadias and there is no CORDY and you have degloved the skin nicely, you have a granular or a subcoronal hypospadias with a wide groove, you can do a magpie, you can do a Matthew, you may not need to do the incision, or you may do a duple. If you have a narrow urethral plate, then you incise it and do a TIP. If you have without CORDY, if you have a distal hypospadias or a subcoronal one with a wide urethral plate, a Matthew is perfectly fine, or a duple can be done. If you have a narrow urethral plate, Matthew will not be the right thing to do. You incise it and do a TIP, or if it is narrow but not so bad, you can do an onlay onto it. Remember, onlay के results इतने अच्छे नहीं हैं, इसमें TIP के results बहुत अच्छे हैं, और Matthew के results लोग कम करते हैं, मगर Matthew के results बहुत अच्छे हैं। onlay के results usually बुरे होते हैं। अगर आपका CORDY नहीं है और proximal या pinoscrotal hypospadias है, or urethra is nice and broad all along, all the way, you can do a TIP and it works pretty well. You can do a ducket, and this is not ducket के भी दो types होते हैं, एक तो onlay होता है और एक इसी को वो tubularize करके वहां से skin की tube बना के ला के उसमें लगाता है. वो अब ducket जो है वो अब नहीं करता कोई, because के terrible results होते थे. मगर अगर आपकी urethral plate narrow है, chordy नहीं है मगर urethral plate narrow है, you would preferably be having difficulty with TIP. It is better to do a 2-stage BRCA repair. Similarly, if you have a hypospadias with severe chordy and and it is because of the chordy tissue, you've degloved it, the curvature persists, you need to ensure कि जो unlikely कि urethral plate अच्छी होगी, you need to ensure कि उसको आपने chordy tissue remove किया है. But let's say आपने deglove किया, curvature persist कर रहा है और आप देख रहे हैं कि urethral plate तो बिल्कुल healthy है, तो फिर आप इसको आपको dorsal plication करना पड़ेगा उसको straight करने के लिए. 2-4 जैसे हम stitches करते हैं इसके लिए Nesbitt की तरह वो करने पड़ेंगे उसको straight करने के लिए, और TIP कर सकते हैं. ये बहुत rare होता है. Usually severe chordy में urethral plate भी बिल्कुल tight और fibrous होती है, और that is a big problem. Then the best thing to do is to remove everything. सारी urethral plate खराब को निकाल दें, उसके नीचे से chordy tissue निकाल दें, ensure कि penis straight हो गया. Put in your foreskin or penile skin or whatever skin जो आपने ज़ाहिर है आपने पहले decide किया हुआ है over there as a stage 1. Leave it in place. Come back after 3 or 6 months and tubularize that skin into a nice urethra as a stage 2 of the BRCA. That is usually the principles of types of surgery that are done. Karne ko hypospadias mein there are more than 72 procedures to do. I would suggest that you should understand the principles. किस principle पे आप क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या आपके पास available है, chordy है या नहीं है, foreskin available है या नहीं है, urethral plate का क्या हाल है, meatus कहाँ मिल रहा है आपको, और उसके basis पे ये 3 या 4 TIP, Matthew and 2-stage repair are usually enough to look after and take care of all types of hypospadiasis. Rarely you don't need to experiment on different types. अगर somebody has expertise के कोरी नागा और पता नहीं क्या क्या नाम है, सोपा क्या क्या नाम है, ये सब के types हैं, they do pretty well if you are accustomed to do them. But important at your stage is to understand किस चीज के लिए क्या करेंगे, वजह क्या है, कैसे करेंगे. So just briefly, last few slides. Post-operative care में dressing is important, drainage is important, antibiotic and analgesics are important. What is new and what is happening in future? Well, the new things are एक तो laser soldering नहीं, sorry spelling mistake, soldering करके उसको बजाय stitches के वो इस्तेमाल किया गया है with some improvement. Robotics, लोगों ने robotics इस्तेमाल की है, मगर वो ऐसे ही है कि किसी मक्खी को तोप से मारने की कोशिश की जा रही है, unnecessary expense. Tissue engineering is the main thing which has happened, and इसमें जो सबसे बड़ा नाम है वो Anthony Atala का नाम है, where they have actually produced sheets of urethra on a cascade of tissue, and they've done cell cultures, and और वो आप लेके और उसको काट के जिस साइज का चाहिए वहाँ जहाँ चाहिए लगा के आराम से रिपेयर कर सकते हैं. So पैकेट में आपको यूरिथ्रा मिल जाएगा, नहीं लेबोरेटरी में ग्रो करना पड़ता है, वो सेल कल्चर से ग्रो करता है. Urethral regeneration has been identified as one of the many potential applications of tissue engineering. Tubular acellular collagen matrices मिलते हैं, ये इसमें cells नहीं होते, they are seeded with urothelial cells, and इसको experimentally use किया और बहुत अच्छे results हैं. पहले rabbit में थे, human में results है. Expense इतनी ज़्यादा है कि not everybody is in a position to actually use it, and many उसमें करने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती क्योंकि अपनी urethral plate होती है. So I'll conclude and then we'll have 5 minutes of question answers. There's no single hypospadias repair which is universally applicable to every penis. you have to have a couple of, surgical flexibility and inability to see what is the best approach for what you want to do. What you want to do is to create a straight penis with a slit-like meatus, which is facing forward without a chordee, without erectile problems, and passage of urine is good, and the patient has a good sense of, अपनी sense of well-being है, उसकी कोई psychological problem नहीं है. The most important factor is optimizing your surgical outcome is to select your technique that is most ideal and specifically suited to the patient's anatomy. And outcome of surgery in inexperienced hands is remarkably poor. So वो लोग जो साल में 4-5 हाइपोस्पेडियस करते हैं या करना चाहते हैं, उनसे मेहरबानी है, रिक्वेस्ट है कि वो उनके हाइपोस्पेडियस क्रिपल ना बनाए. Don't do this surgery, there are other things to do. But if you want to do hypospadias surgery, then you will have to face complications and you'll have to do large numbers to be able to do that. So thank you very much for this. अगर अब hypospadias surgery के बारे में कुछ सवाल हो, so we can take another 5 minutes of questions on that.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. I want to ask when to change the dressing once you did a hypospadias repair. On which day you want to change the dressing?
I do not want to change the dressing at all. I do not want anybody to change any of my dressings unless के उसमें कोई बहुत खराबी हो गई हो. So you put the dressing on till the day you want to remove the dressing along with the tube that you have put in, whether catheter or a feeding tube. Do not open, do not put it in. ये concept कि dressing हटा के wound को देखना बंद करना, चाहे वो कहीं का भी wound हो, ये concept should go away because you introduce things, जो उसका pressure है, जो उसमें hemostasis है, जो integrity है, जो बच्चा है चीखता रोता है, उसको एक ही दफा dressing लगा. Please do not change dressing unless बिल्कुल ही कुछ खराबी हो गई और dressing उतर गई हो. Otherwise, take it off only once when you have intended and planned to take it off. No change,
Thank you so
only
much.
on and off.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir,
Any
I
other
have a
question?
question. Yes.
Ji.
So, sir, there are certain series that have reported that with Matthew and Snodgrass, you can do a non-stented repair as well because the urethroplasty is watertight. What is your opinion about that?
I agree with you, and I'd mentioned earlier, I think very early in this आज ही इसी talk में कि now there are series coming up where they've actually stented it, done the surgery, at the end of the procedure, remove the stent and ask the child when they were awake, ask the child to void and send them away because A, it is watertight. Secondly, जो है वो it is not constantly urine coming and it's not like a repair of a wet area. So yes, it has been done and it has done very successfully. As a result, in many centers which do large numbers, it has now become a purely daycare, not even daycare, about 4-hour, 5-hour stay surgery. Yes, बिल्कुल हो सकता है और करना भी चाहिए.
So, sir, but
मगर अगर पेरेंट्स केयर नहीं कर सकते, देखें ये उन सेंटर्स में हुआ है और कर रहे हैं जहाँ पे नर्सिंग केयर या ऑन कॉल या अवेलेबिलिटी है where they have a trouble they can come back to. You can't do this and send the child to मीरपुर खास because रास्ते में बड़ी problems होंगी. Okay, so in the environment where it is conducive to do it. That is the right thing to do.
Right. So
I have a question.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Ji, Dr. Javeria.
Ji, sir. Sir, people are coming up with the concept of corporotomies and hyperbaric oxygen. What is your take on that? And secondly, what is the effect of corporotomy on future penile length? Should we, if we have to decide before between corporotomy and between sacrificing the urethral plate? So,
well, I attended a talk given by Warren Snodgrass and I think one of his associates, and they were talking about corporotomies, and they said that they can make the penis straighten pretty well, and they can sort of do them. However, they didn't have the long-term follow-up of that. I think the problem is that even sacrificing the urethral plate, then you're putting in skin in there, and skin is not as good as the urethral plate. If you can save the urethral plate by whatever means you can. I don't have experience of corporotomy, so my take on it that I'd wait for some long-term results. Hopefully by that time I'll retire and somebody else can do the corporotomies on the patients. But I think they work. I think they work. You have to be careful. Not everybody can do them well, and you may find that caudy jati nahi hai. So the more important thing is the caudy correction, because if the penis is still bent, if it's still deformed, then you've done one operation, you've even made the urethra and you're stuck. Okay. So oxygen, I have no experience of it. I know of it as much as probably you do. Google करके उसको पढ़ लें, जो उसमें लिखा है वो सही है.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Sir, can I ask?
जी पूछे.
Sir, you said that testosterone therapy is controversial topic. What if the gland size of a child is less than 14 mm, and then we got the trouble of glanduloplasty? So,
Yes.
what is your opinion? Should we postpone that for some years so to glands to grow, or should we go with the testosterone therapy, sir? Thank you.
Depending on the age of the child. If the child is, let's say, 6 months or a year old and you can wait until the age of 2 or 3, I would prefer to wait and see if that grows. If not, then yes, I could give testosterone. ये जो question पूछ रहे हैं about 14-15 millimeters of the gland size transversely, this has come from a review of a very large number of cases done by this fellow Warren Snodgrass himself, कुछ 6,000 cases का, and they found that the complication rate of hypospadias for TIP especially is directly proportional to the transverse size breadth of the glands. If it is less than 15 millimeters or 1.5 centimeters, the chances of urethral stenosis resulting in fistula or breakdown or failure are higher, because फिर वो glands बहुत tight हो जाता है on top of the tube. So that's what this is coming from. If it is a small child, I would wait. If it's already 3-4 years old and still small, I would attempt at giving them testosterone and see if that helps, and then do the surgery. I would not start the surgery and then decide कि मैं रुक जाऊं.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
So can we have the last question on this, if somebody wants to ask? जी, hello.
So two essential components of, am I audible?
A little louder. Okay.
Is it better?
जी, much better. बोले.
So sir, I have two questions here. That two essential components of this procedure are a layered closure, and then you go ahead with the glanduloplasty too. So sir, briefly अगर आप उसके बारे में बताएं.
किसके बारे में?
Glanduloplasty and the layer closure, because when I read the books, I have some difficulty in understanding कि जब हम layer closure करते हैं, what are exactly the layers that we are using?
Okay.
And then.
All right. Okay. So the layer closure is that if you've, let's say, tubularized it, incised it, whatever you've done, you have now done the urethroplasty. You have closed the urethra on top with a tube in between, whether it's a Foley's or feeding tube, whatever. If you were to just bring the skin together on top of this, there's nothing between the skin and the urethra, and the new formed urethra. In patients, if you see them after few months, you find that if you try and move the skin over the urethra, it doesn't move, it gets stuck there. As a result, इनमें fistula formation ज़्यादा होती है, because both the sutures are sort of stuck there. There's nothing sort of protecting or waterproofing the urethra. So what is expected is that you close the urethra, then you bring in subcutaneous tissues from somewhere, and I'll tell you where. You bring in the subcutaneous tissue somewhere and you put a layer on top of it, nicely covering all of your repair, and then you close the repair at the skin. So there is something between the skin and your urethra, which is subdartos tissue. So if you have foreskin available, ideal. All you do is between the, when you stretch the foreskin, it has two skin sides. There is the preputial side and there's the external side, and in between there's some tissue, which is subdartos tissue, connective to whatever you want to call it. So what you do is you try to take that tissue, rotate it back onto your repair, just put it over there, 1 or 2 stay on the edges, stay sutures so that it doesn't slip back, and that it's how it stays over there. If you don't have that, then what you could do is कि penile skin को चूंकि आपने deglove किया हुआ है, साइड में there is some subcutaneous tissue, उसको थोड़ा सा free करके you can bring it on top of your urethra जहाँ पे आपने repair है, and so that it sort of overlaps it and then close the skin. So जो glandular part है वो usually आपको उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा चीजें between the urethra and outside जरूरत नहीं पड़ती, because glands is fairly robust and काफी सारा उसमें tissue होता है. मगर जो as soon as you go below the sulcus there is just skin. So if you have the urethra much below down has some more corpus spongiosum, यहाँ corpus spongiosum इनमें नहीं होता, and many times the urethra आपने skin से बनाया होता है तो वैसे ही नहीं होता. So what you try to do is जो subdartos tissue है, subcutaneous tissue है, I don't have the right word or name for it, but I think it's called subdartos is the right. You try to bring it. अगर आपको कुछ भी ना मिले, बहुत सारी सर्जरी हो चुकी है, कुछ भी नहीं बचा है, foreskin नहीं थी, बिल्कुल skin is difficult, then you can raise it from the scrotum, where you make an incision in the scrotum, not the skin, but again जो वहाँ पे tunica है उसको raise करके bring it onto the urethra जो आपने repair किए, put it